Okay, so this is probably going to be incredibly cursed solo cast, but we will do our best. I don't know how much you guys can see of the pro drafts. Let me see if I can move this at all. Nope, you guys cannot see the right side of the screen, and I don't know how to fix that in time, so we're stuck with it as it is. Cool. So let's get into it anyway. So bands from Bernie's team, we have Vi, Ori, and Kale. Makes a lot of sense. Vi, one trick and high. Oriana, one of Arcane's best champions. Kale is just a really strong champion in general, can be flexed in a couple positions. And then from the red side, on Arcane's team, they've banned Hecarim, Ivern, and Nunu. Nunu and Hecarim for sure are really strong junglers. The Ivern is an unusual one. I know he did get like some substantial buffs this patch. I can't remember the specifics of, but definitely an interesting pick. So a lot of jungle bans kind of been squared away, but we do see both Kayn and Kha'Zix being picked up, both very strong junglers in their own right. I do think Kayn is the overall better jungler right now, especially red form is extremely strong. Into the blind pick, Braum is interesting. I do believe Megaruptor is a Braum one trick, so that's probably why they've opted into this. So that makes a lot of sense. And blue side picking up the misfortune into the Braum is interesting, but no, it looks like they'll actually just go for the Nami instead, which I think is fine. I think that's a really strong pick at the moment. It can punish the Braum in lane, especially with the likes of the Imperial Mandate still being strong and even getting buffed this patch for some godforsaken reason. And paired with the Ashe, yeah, I think this is a pretty good setup they've gotten so far for bot lane. Can be a lane that is also very gankable for the Kha'Zix, so once he's power cleared a little bit and gotten some levels into himself. Hovering, oh, they've locked in the Vayne, okay. Bit risky, I have to say, into the likes of Kha'Zix and Ashe and Nami. Like, these are all, like, especially the Nami Ashe lane can definitely punish the Vayne pretty harshly, I feel like. And then later on, Kha'Zix is like a really big threat for Vayne as well. So definitely a bit risky, but we'll see how that ends up working out. Seeing Yone, Katarina banned on either side makes sense. Really strong solo lane picks. Mordekaiser, pretty strong top lane. Victor, also strong mid lane. So like just a lot of meta kind of strong picks that emerged in the preseason, just being kind of taken away from both sides. Makes a lot of sense. Nothing too unusual there. See what they end up going for. So they will take the Shen, which does pair up with the Kayn really nicely, and is a really strong kind of blind pick top lane. So I do like to see that here. Let's see what Perri end up picking for themselves. So Arcane, they are trying to save the counter pick for Arcane in the mid here. So we'll see what they end up going with. So he will be going into likely the Akali here. I'd like to see what they're going to end up picking in top lane. And they're going to get Ornn for Vanishing Potato. Okay. Oh no, they're going to actually lock in the red action. Okay. So they want... There's a lot of kill threats. And definitely some setup. At least out of your bot lane. But not the best team fighting comp coming out from Perri. This is really kind of more skirmishing, it feels like. Looking for kind of solo lane dominance with your Akali and your Renekton and your Kha'Zix. So And then they have the Arcanes opted into the Malzahar pick. So, okay. So they've definitely gone for the safe pick here as a way to try to lock down some of these big threats. And obviously, if he can survive Akali in the early lane phase and get to his level 6, then she becomes much less of a threat once he has the aura available. So I'm going to switch back into League window now. Bear with me 1 second. And there we go. Okay. We are out of the Cursed Pro draft. Thank God. Right, so we've already gone through all these picks. Um, so kind of overall, I'd be happier if I had the red side draft here for sure. I think it just makes a lot more sense. As like a kind of cohesive unit. Um, I will say things like the top lane matchup should be pretty hard for Beifong with the Renekton and Shen. I know like it can be a bit of a skill matchup, but Vanishing Potato should be the stronger player here, so they should be able to use the Renekton early on in that matchup. The Ashen Ivy lane can also be very abusive towards Vayne and Braum, so it can be pretty rough for them. But if Red Side can play out the lane phases pretty safely, they definitely have a lot of scaling on their side. And they have the much better 5-on-5, I feel like. So we'll see if anything ends up coming of that. I'm going to go to a quick break. We will be back just after the Spectre delay ends. Okay, and we are into game. So let's see what's going on here. So both sides pinging towards the bot river here. Looks like Team Piper Perry are just looking to do the standard 5-man spread, but Arcane's Angels will look for the bot side invade through try. They should get spotted out by Nami. Yep. So they should be able to get out of this. No, okay, NASA does have to blow flash to avoid being tagged by Braum. Alright, pretty successful invade. Nothing else. Oh, and they get the ward. Okay. Yeah, pretty nice overall. I have to say, like, maybe Nami didn't, NASA didn't have to flash there, but they are sticking around to fight this. I don't know if this is the best idea. Yeah. Because, like, sure, you have the Braum, but they just really weren't in a position to kind of do anything with that. So, unfortunately, what started out as a really good invade just kind of ends up really backfiring. There's no reason for them to stick around there, to be honest, after getting the flash. That's pretty greedy. And that's going to really put both bot lane and jungle behind for Arcane's Angels here. Bot lane especially is going to lose out on a lot of EXP, so it makes an already tough lane even harder for them. To be honest, I'm surprised that Bird Pope would even go for an invade, right? Because you could probably guess at this point that maybe that since Kayn has the solo leash, he's going to start on his own Raptor, so he could just go and take his blue side. But no, just opts to full clear his own blue side after getting a red. Adam going pretty aggressive here. Gonna get some nice chunk damage on Beifong. Oh, is getting ganked though, and the taunt does land. Oh, and really nice gank from high there, actually, to punish the over-aggression from Vanishing Potato, but does get punished in return by Burn Pope. So still a 1.2k gold lead for the side of Piper Perry's. You can see Burn Pope kind of moving down to the river now, secured himself to Crab. No real opportunity in bot lane for the moment since they're already so pushed in. So, oh, still more trading on top. Beifong has to be careful. He did get the gank off, but like he's still only got a cloth armor to a long sword, so it's not like he's that much more powerful at the moment. No, Ted, I do not think they have another top laner. Arcane was using a lot of subs in his scrims, so that's probably why you might not have seen Beifong before. So, nothing too crazy going on here. Burn Pope mostly just trying to power clear so he can get to his level 6. I'm really surprised that the CS is even as it is in bot lane, considering how late Empty Glitch and Mega Ruptor ended up getting the lane off that failed invade. Plus, just a range advantage. You should expect your man Nasa to have more control in this regards. which does get the early recall off. I hear, Krusty, you can't be spamming, like, Chinese in my chat and then not be casting with me here. That's just not on. The other thing I'm somewhat surprised by is the lack of invades coming out from Burn Pup here, because really in the early game you want to be punishing this game before he starts getting to his core drinker and starts farming his red cane stacks for Rost. Because once he gets that item and he has that form, he's a lot stronger than Kha'Zix, to be honest. But we actually just see Hyde just being the more proactive one here. Nice tag on Nasa. They should secure this kill. Counter gank coming in from Burn Pup. Does get locked down by the Malzahar. TP in from Renekton. Won't end up getting too much in the end. Oh, and a nice turnaround here actually. Beifong does get... Oh, misses the Q. That is really unfortunate, but Spanish Potato does get the current kill on Arcane. A really long and messy scrap. Adam just popping the ulti just a little bit late. Maybe he just got to 6. But yeah, super scrappy. Gold lead shrunk actually by quite a bit. So ultimately it seems like Arcane's Angels kind of came up at the top of that. They got kills on their Kane, they got kills on their Vayne. They got the TP at Renekton. So Beifong will have the TP advantage in the next minute or so. So can look to apply more pressure across the map that way. CS lead has grown a bit for Ashe, but it's probably negated a bit by the couple kills that the Vayne did pick up. So yeah, not a huge amount between these two teams at the moment. But this kind of game state does favour Red side, given its skin that they have available to them. Early Dragon picked up by Burn Pup. Does negate that somewhat. Will look to invade here. Take away Gromp, take away Blue. High shouldn't be able to contest this in time. Oh, and there it is. Yeah, like this. This is why if you're picking Vayne for like so you have the escape option, that's absolutely fine. But this is what happens when you have this sort of matchup, where it's just easy setup for Ashe with the arrow into Nami bubble, and then there's just nothing the Vayne can do unless she already brought Cleanse with her, which she didn't do. She brought Heal, which is very questionable to be honest. So he's going to be... This is probably going to keep on happening if this laning phase gets extended. So Antiglitch is going to have to play it really careful. Like, it's going to have Braum have to block for him pretty much 24/7. And that's not really going to do too much for him. See Burnin high, fighting over Gromp. Going 2v2 fight here. Do see the collapse coming in from both mid laners, but Arcane is getting here late, does put down the ulti. Ultimately, it's a 1-for-1 jungle for top lane, which shouldn't be too bad for Beifong. He does have the TP available shortly, so he can get back to lane, won't miss out on too much XP. So yeah, I think that's actually pretty alright for Arcane's Angels once again. Some just really messy fights kind of overall, but they're not necessarily getting punished for it as heavily as you would like. Oh, Ashar up again. Does land on Mega Rupture, but... Oh, and the Nami Bubble lands. Oh, anti-glitch. Oh, no. NASA stealing even more kills. This is rather unfortunate. No ulti available to Arcane, so he should die here. Oh, Chenault does come out. Doesn't matter if the player does end up getting the execute with the ulti. And yeah, nice gank. Nice punish of the Malzahar, who did not have flash or ulti available. And if they get the Shen ult at the same time, so quite valuable. Oh, Danny Potato winning over this fight with the use of Conqueror. We'll just mow him down completely. You cannot be trading against Renekton like that. Unfortunately, it's Beifong. Bit unfortunate for him. Potato well on his way to finishing his own Gore Drinker. While Hai does actually have his own completed. Does not have his red form yet. Not sure how far he is off with that. I don't know if we can actually see that in client. Probably not. Curious now. Nope, can't see it at all. Great client. But oh, he does have it. Sorry, I'm blind. Holy moly. Thank you. I was too busy looking at his power, not looking at the actual champion model. Oh well. Alright, so Hai has Rast, has Gore Drinker, is extremely strong. Will be very pivotal in this next fight for Dragon, which is coming up in the next few seconds, I believe. Let me check. Yes, next 30 seconds. Okay. So, blue team do have more control over the area for this. Even though Hai is lying in wait, he's looking to make a punish on the Nami. See if she'll walk up to that ward. Can't find it though. Oh, Burn Pup looked for the punish. Arcane does have the ulti, but will likely die here. Oh, 1 for 1 in the end. Okay, nice. That's a good, really good trade for Arcane. Does die unfortunately, but does mean that I can look to punish bot lane here and then go for Dragon. Oh. NASA flashes. Will get out. Oh, Deathflare came down with the TP. Oh, and Adam as well. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, NASA. Well, that's unfortunate. But that was a really good double TP from Vanishing Potato and Flare. Deathflare. Prevents. Like, Hai cannot go for this dragon. There's absolutely no way. So he does get the crab, but ultimately Bird Pup will pick up the second dragon for his team. And yeah, Vanishing Potato and Deathflare just saving the team there actually. Extends their gold lead just a bit more. Arcane's in the enemy jungle stealing wolves. Okay. Will get himself the blue buff. If he can secure it here, or will your mana see it in time? Nope, will not. Will he get out though? Arcane is getting quite low, does not have ulti. And yeah. So, not sure why he was going for wolves. If blue was already available, probably should have just taken that, to be honest. So, bit greed. Bit greed. But, you know, what can you do? So they do have control for the next Herald, which is spawning in the next few seconds. Hai is in the area. but will not have Arcane up to help with this, and Arcane's CP is not available, so he will not get here in time for this fight. So red team should concede this. Meanwhile, they're stuck in. They put Spanish Potato in the bot lane. No one at the moment should be able to face him in a 1v1. He's 6-1-5. He has the Gore Drinker and the Tiamat and the plates. So very hard to do anything to just Renekton right now. We'll end up stealing the Gromp. And Arcane is matching him, but does not have TB available. So, meanwhile, they've got Beifong holding top against the Ashe. Yeah, so like, Perri team has definitely gotten a lot more control. What's the? Okay, so you're mad going for the cheeky cross play arrow, but unfortunately turns into Crowny's Comet. Just sails overhead. None comes of it, but they do secure themselves mid tower, which is nice. Gives them more control of the map. Should give them room to extend their gold leads. Seal away some of High's camps here. Make it a bit dodgy for him. Burn Pop is still invading though. The rest of the team is recalling, so they should be. They do know he's there. Does need to be careful. Look, there's nothing for him here to get anyway, so I don't know why he's really hanging around the area at this point. Maybe he's just trying to cover for the Renekton. Let's see, where are we at in terms of gold? So, Spanish Potato has a substantial lead over 3,000 over Beifong, which is not surprising given the amount of kills he got off that those two TP plays. Bot lane's fairly even, very negligible in terms of gold. Mid lane is extremely even, which is surprising. There's a big CS difference, so that's what's keeping Arcane relevant here, which is pretty nice. And yeah, so most of the power actually in the game right now is on the Renekton. That he's the big difference between these two teams right now. And what dragon do we have going up next? So it is Mountain Soul. Sorry, I didn't see that. So yeah, that would be really nice actually if blue team were to end up getting the soul here. And they do have control in river for the next dragon, which is coming up in the next minute or so. They have their Renekton in bot lane, who does have TP available, so he probably should be top, but Deflair also has TP, so that's fine. He can match to Shen. Shen can't really do much into the Kali here. Yeah, nothing too unusual here. Their Post is lying away to see if he can make a pick. Arcane's going to face check. Oh, big whiff from the Ashe ult. Purple will die for this. And the high. Oh, high. Okay. These are a series of unfortunate plays coming out from Arcane's Angels here. Oh, you're mad going for the very deep flash. So try to secure a couple more kills there, but ultimately gets nothing. But this game is so much in favor of blue side. It's actually insane. They should get themselves the third dragon for themselves without any issue. Put themselves in soul point. And yeah, the scaling that should be on the side of Red's team is just kind of made irrelevant right now, just because of just how far behind everyone is. Again, Renekton is nearly twice the amount of gold over to Shen. He's got his two and a half items complete now. So there's absolutely no one who can 1v1 him. Maybe, probably even 2v1 or 1v2. The Kayn and the Shen together on the side lane. So it's pretty hard for them to like punish that. Creates a lot more pressure on the map. So here we actually should go bot lane. It means blue side can start creeping up vision in their red topside jungle. Secure pressure around this Baron. Maybe look to make a punish or two. Hopefully Arcane doesn't face check another bush, but we'll wait to see what happens. Oh, Def Flare looking for. Oh, and High is getting chased off his Krugs, but ultimately. Oh! Nice long range arrow, but nothing comes of it. You're definitely gone for the big ruler plays, but nothing too big so far. Yeah, it's just a bit of back and forth here for vision. Birdpup is actually bot side here, so if he gets spotted out, red side could get punished. And 1 second, guys. And we're back to it, sorry about that. Okay, so nothing eventful really happening here. Mostly just back and forth for vision control. Looks like blue side are happy enough to just wait for Dragon to come back, so they're not over forcing around the Baron or anything like that. And red side have to play really defensive, so can't afford to fall further behind, or else it is completely over. So the best thing they can hope for right now is to get themselves a good fight around this next dragon. It's coming up in the next 2 minutes. Maybe look for try to make a pick on the side lane like the Akali here, but that's pretty difficult for Beifong and Hai, I think. Like Def Flare's not like super fed, but he's got enough mobility and he has the items to really kind of stall out any gank or probably just even just outright escape. So yeah, blue side just keeping Arcane's Angels kind of pinned inside their own half of the map. Not an awful lot that they can do to kind of stop this. 1 minute on Mountain Soul, potentially. Oh, Beifong is getting absolutely annihilated by the Akali there. He does not have any MR, so that definitely doesn't help him in that regard. So you definitely would have liked to have seen him maybe try them to swap him out of this this matchup in particular. Malzahar definitely the better option to go against the Akali, since all the solo lanes have TPs. It's definitely doable, but unfortunately Beifong does get solo killed. Gives blue side a lot more control. Oh, but so blue side do know this is happening. They are collapsing in. Multiple TPs being used here by red side. So they don't do this very quickly either. Yeah, Braum just gets absolutely annihilated. So little they can do. Yeah, that's just a desperation play from high. Kind of more or less seals the game at this point. You can go secure the soul, whilst Defler's opting to recall. Bunch Potato will go push top. Kha'Zix can secure Dragon by himself. Nami and Ash are going to push up mid, get themselves an inhib tower at the very least, probably an inhibitor themselves. So yeah, it's more or less sealed the deal at this point, unless they end up massively trying this. They don't get the inhibitor in the end, but ultimately I don't think that really matters too much. They can just take away red side jungle here, back with even more gold, come back on the map with even more items, have the Baron available, have the Metal available. It's more or less GG. I think even if they somehow manage to kill Vanish Potato here, I really don't think it makes too much difference, though it'll delay any action that they can do with the Baron. So there is that at least. Oh, but he is getting support here. TPU's available for the Ashe, or for the Akali, but it doesn't even matter because he ends up just murdering them anyway, with the help of your mana. Oh, and the long arrow. Arrow does not land again. Oh no. I'm gonna have to start coming up with a name for these arrows from your mana. Maybe call them Ryan's Rockets or something like that. But yeah, very felt like blue side's game pretty much off of that failed invade for level 1. That Arcane's Angels did not have to opt into past getting the flash from NASA. They could have just taken that and just kind of walked away, but ended up giving over early kills and then getting punished around the objectives pretty consistently. So yeah, GG for game 1. There is still game 2, so we'll see if Arcane's Angels can tie up the series. But we will take a short break while the teams are setting up, so we will be right back. And now, to be fair to Blonde, I don't think he did as much damage as Arcane. But I'm going to check this now. Oh, hang on. Does not show customs? No, of course, because it's a tournament. Never mind. My bad. But I'm pretty certain Arcane did a substantial more damage than Deathflare. I feel like the diff was a bit more into top lane than anything else. Especially off the back of those TP plays. Just made it have a lot more impact than the Shen did. We'll see. Oh, they are in Spectre, so bear with me 1 second, guys. I'll just switch over the window. If anybody knows, by the way, how to like full screen the pro draft, do let me know. That's not it. Okay. Ah, thank you, Ted. That makes it a lot better. Okay, so same bands again coming out from Burn Pup's team via Ori Kale, and same bands from Arcane's team as well, so nothing changed there. Burn Pup's team do get the Misfortune Nami, whereas Arcane's team have opted into the first pick Ashe paired with the what looks like it's going to be the Nautilus, so heavy CC lane. Very kind of utility based, but again the kind of aggression and the winning kind of lane kind of still goes over to Arcane spot lane, or sorry, Purple spot lane even I should say. So we'll see how that ends up playing out. They are looking, Arcane is looking to get themselves the Graves for high, which I have not seen him play yet, so this will be interesting. See how he ends up piloting this pick. And the instant lock-in for of Lilia. Okay. Well, as we know, four-legged champions are absolutely busted at the moment. So Lilia, pretty strong pickup. Definitely a lack of frontline so far from Burmhub's comp though, so we'll see how they end up rounding this out. Because Lilia definitely needs a bit of space to kind of work her magic in teamfights. Get off all that damage over time. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? Just want to make sure. Okay, so they end up Again, all those solo lane picks banned, and the Kali banned this time from Arcane's team, so they do not want that flare back on that pick. Launching Potato does get his Renekton again. It's having to blind us into whatever matchup Bayfongs bring up, which is the Malphite in the end. Arcane is considering the Cassiopeia here, one of his other big, like one of his most played champions. Pretty strong in the pick, but is having to blind us into Deathflare, so we'll see if Deathflare has any particular answers to this pick. I can't think of any particular counters to Cassiopeia in mid lane. I think it's more about kind of set up with jungle ganks to kind of punish that. See if he comes up with anything with hard CC, but does go for the Fizz. Okay. So I'm not very familiar with the Fizz Cassiopeia matchup. Fizz is quite strong at the moment, obviously, with the Rocket Belt changes. The preseason has favoured him quite a bit. Cassiopeia does also pretty nicely with currently with the new Andrews and everything else. So we'll see. I'm interested to see how this matchup turns out. Cool. And we'll switch back over to the client. Bear with me. And everyone's having to rejoin lobby because looks like everyone's league is crashed. So that is wonderful. So we should be relogging and hopefully should be back soon. And we are just waiting on Arcane to reconnect. I mean, if you're gonna go any pick in top lane right now, like Tank, I think Malphite's pretty solid now. Like, I can't think of any pick that goes in Renekton that just doesn't get fucked in lane, to be honest. Unless you're picking like a ranged matchup. And I think Bayfong's probably most comfortable on tanks, so yeah, I think Malphite's perfectly fine here. Should be able to punish the misfortune as well. Very lack of mobility. Definitely punish that with your ulti. Okay, looks like we're finally getting underway. Right, and this is just going back through all the picks again. This is why I hate pro drafts. I wish people would just buy champions. NASA. Calling me out on the stream. So I'm curious. They've been banning Ivern from Burn Pup. Has you been playing it recently? Because I know the pick is for sure strong, like this patch, but like generally you need to put like a bit of time into Ivern to really kind of, I think, be able to abuse him properly. Because his pattern and the way he plays jungle is just so different from every other jungler. No, he's fucking... Well... Okay. So it looks like a lot of people's leagues clients are just getting fucked right now. It's not happened to me though, Spirit. Maybe it's because they were in a custom or a tournament draft game before. Anyway, great client, right? Really love it. Oh, everyone's been resourced with relics for this. You know what? That's probably a good shit. Maybe I should just restart my own clients. Because we've already seen this translate anyway twice, so we don't really need to see it a third time. And we'll hop in as soon as... Oh, Rel's on. That's pretty cool. Okay. Right, well, we're actually kind of stuck here until their translate is done, but I will leave the pro drafts up so you guys can see what the picks ended up being in the meantime. Oh, I don't see an option for the pro draft window. That is interesting. Well, that's not working, so we'll just have to wait until they load in. Apologies guys, just waiting for these guys to load into the game so we can spectate. Unfortunately, Riot decided to release Rel at this very moment, so that's why we had to end up restarting our client. Should be in shortly. And we're still in spectator delay, of course. So, yeah. The other team comps anyway. Thoughts overall on the two sides. I like Arcane's comp a lot better. I think it has a lot of setup. I think it has, again, scaling on its side. But I think top diff may be too much for this second game here. I think, again, Fancy Potato is going to look to punish Beifong with the Renekton. High and Burnpop have actually been pretty evenly matched. They both managed to counter gank when the other jungler's been looking for ganks. They've kept up in CS with each other, so they're fairly evenly matched. But I think just the like in theory, like High and Arcane should be outplaying Burnpop and Flare as a mid 2v2. Like Arcane is the higher rated player than Flare, but so far that really kind of hasn't panned out. We haven't really seen many kind of 2v2 plays. It's been really more around like bot side or kind of objective skirmishing for Crab or for the Dragons. It's really kind of separated the two teams. And again, I think your man Assad do have the better 2v2 in bot lane. Like for sure if Nautilus lands the hook, especially on the Nami, like she should blow up pretty quickly, but Misfortune Nami does just output just a stupid amount of damage. Loaded in much faster this time. Perfect. Well done, guys. And get these up. Shrink my minimap just a tad. There we go. Okay. Right, both teams just going for a 5-man spread. No cheeky fades from Arcane's Angels this time. Even though they definitely, I think they had the better level 1, honestly. They could have led with Nautilus for sure, but I think after getting burned in the last game, they're opting to play just a little more safely. Which is fine. They will end up clearing this ward and getting a deep ward themselves onto the enemy Raptors. So they'll have an idea of what way Burnpop is going to be passing near the game, which should help out High just a bit. Burnpop with the flame and chat. Pretty standard. Yeah, guys, what do you think of these comps? Because I feel like blue sides is better, but I think red side is going to win anyway. We'll see how things end up playing out. Yeah, and that's trading very much in favour of the Misfortune Nami there, even though Nollis landed the hook. Mega Rupture trying to thread the needle, but unfortunately that hook is quite fast and will not be going in his favour this time around. Oh, the damage coming out on Empty Glitch there. Yeah, just any lane with Nami is always going to be really obnoxious to play against, but especially when you pick like a melee support like the Nautilus or the Braum. It's just, there's just very little you can do unless you can actually land the CC, then try it all in her. But it is risky, and Misfortune is also just a bit of a bully in her own right. Ranch Potato is half health, but does have the Empower Q, will get some health back and trade nicely in the base long. Oh, Death Flare. Really going aggressive with the Arcane here. Does get kited out though. Will get punished on the way back. Burn Pup was in the area to maybe punish the Arcane and kind of overchase in return, but oh. Okay. So flash out from your map, heal out from Empty Glitch, but they do end up going down. They don't get the full shoving, so it will freeze in front of Empty Glitch's tower here. So it's not the worst for him. Lovely. Losing heal early on. Oh, and Potato gets punished for his overaggression. Okay. Meanwhile, Burn Pup trying to make something, get a return kill in the mid lane, does not make it happen. Oh, but sorry, the Malphite died as well. I didn't even see that. So they went 1 for 1 in the end. Okay. So still, slight advantage here for Burn Pup's team. I hear lads, no SG coffee passes in my chat here now. We keep it PG-13. At least. Oh, Bayfong is just getting really bullied here. Like this is going to be a bad game for the Malphite, at least early on. Did opt into the early Bramble Vest, but that won't help him against the Lilia damage. The Burn Pup team just really focusing on the top lane. This is probably where the biggest difference in power lies between these two teams. So good for them to identify that early and punish it both games. Oh, High went for the deep invade, but it's getting chased out by Burn Pup here. Is going to get slowed down by... Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So that's a 2k gold lead at 6 minutes. Oh, Death Flare got the level 6, does not quite get the kill. Arcane almost solo kill, but Death Flare. The prophecy almost came true, but not yet. Arcane manages to hold on. Held onto his flash as well, so didn't have to blow anything too big there. So Potato has the early Iron Spike Whip. Again, looking to rush for the Gore Drinker, make himself an absolute beast when he goes all in. That was pretty much complete control of this lane. very dodgy for Beifong to walk up at all. He's no flash. Does have ulti, I guess, if he needs to get out of dodge, but you want to try hold on to that so you can use it proactively to have utility for your team. Right now it's mostly just about surviving, trying to make sure this Renekton doesn't snowball out of control, which might argue is already too late. We'll see. So early tier from the Misfortune. Does look like they're going the lethality poke build, so maybe he's going like Murmana into lethality. Oh, Death Flare. Burnpope did land the sleep ult, but ultimately they weren't really in a position to follow up and get the kill progression onto Kai, so he ends up taking basically next to no damage actually, which is kind of funny. And they're trying to just get this wave shoved in so Arcane can back. Ooh, Death Flare does not get punished for missing the shark. Arcane had flashed over, to be fair. So no sums on the Cascade. Does have her TP up soon, so we'll show him probably recall. Either TP back or hold on to it to see if she can make a turnaround play. But apart from a few early kills, it's a lot quieter of an early game for sure. Obviously, not having a unfortunate level 1 helps with that. So yeah, Murmana finished for Misfortune. Starts stacking that up. 69 stacks. Pretty nice. Oh, Arcane going aggressive with the ulti. Is finding the red minion wave, but doesn't matter. Looks like that player is just getting absolutely melted, but will not die. Arcane probably could have gone more aggressive there, but must have known that Burnpope was in the area ready to punish if he had overchased. Beifong's getting bullied again. Oh, Death Flare does land the ulti. Does not have the kill threat to finish Arcane off though, and does have to flash out once Ally shows up, so yeah, just it's back and forth between these two middle laners. No kills ever happening, but they're definitely trying to make something happen in 1v1s. Beifong doing his best to hold down top lane, not concede too much. Is almost 50 CS down, which is a bit unfortunate, but again, given the matchup he's in, given the difference between these players, it's not too surprising, so it is what it is. Oh, high. Forces out the playful trickster, does have to trade his own ult for it though. So managed to protect Arcane in the end at least. So yeah, again, stuff happening around mid lane, but nothing substantial actually becoming out of any of it. Oh, but okay, that player, yeah. not keeping a rough track of the Cassie Field and being quite low, ends up getting punished for it. Oh, Ash ult does land into... Yeah, that's dead Nami. Oh, High does land the smoke screen, but TP coming in from Vanishing Potato. Oh my god. Vanishing Potato taking a lot of damage from the turret, does end up going down the High. So it ends up being a 2 for 2 overall. And High will end up dying here. Your man picking up another kill for himself. So 4-0 and 1 on the Misfortune. Will be pretty happy with that exchange overall. Gets himself some plates. They'll actually get the tower in bot lane too, thanks to this Herald. So yeah. Oh, Death Flare misses the shark again. A bit unfortunate. Will just die here. Oh, does have stopwatch. Can he buy himself some space? And NASA comes in with the MVP heal. So Arcane still can't stray back on the kill. Deathflare not coming out on top of these 1v1s. Unfortunately. Arcane is starting to slowly get the better of these now. He is building the CS lead. And it is one of Arcane's main picks, so if he can keep this up and keep scaling, he can be a threat in these later team fights, but right now they are 3k gold down. High's build. Clint, I think this is the Negan build, as Ellis calls it. So it's like high life steal, high sustain. He probably feels like he needs, because there's just a lot of damage on the side of the enemy team. He's just trying to power farm his way into being a irrelevant in these team fights. Yeah, there's the shield bow. Oh, it does not matter at the end though. Thanks to the shield breaking capacities of Mr. Renekton. They do end up going for one there. It can, as you can see, they'll end up playing this, or Arcane just murder him. It looks like Renekton just wins, to be honest. Oh no. Oh no. An empty glitch also goes down to the Nami. 1-for-1 in bot lane. Interrupter trying his best to get away. Nasa should be able to secure this though. She has the slows on her from the E. There's no tower to save him either. Oh, she lifts that. Ah, there you go. Okay. So eventually the kill goes to Nami. Does get the double kill and trade for the kill on the Misfortune. Still only about a 3k gold lead, or 2 and a bit actually now for red side, but definitely feels like the game is swung massively in their favour. Flash Potato is massive on the Renekton, he has Gorgon finished. So again, like the last game, there's not really anyone on the enemy team that can actually face him. Not even Arcane there could. And I'm getting absolutely popped before the Fizz even arrived. Oh, and the Ashe is once again getting punished here. Very risky to be up this far when you have no bot lane tower to defend you. High forced away from his own bot side jungle, will have to try to farm top. Whilst Perri steals away his Krugs. And yeah, just very little map control for Arcane's Angels here, unfortunately. Arcane is trying to steal away the red buff from Burn Pup here. Does end up getting over the high. Oh, good guy Arcane. Okay, nice. So there is a Herald available. whether or not they go for this. They might think it's just too risky because they don't know where. Well, they know Burn Pup's here in the middle lane, obviously. Trying to get a kill on the Nautilus. Oh, Arcane, nice ulti after the Nautilus ult. Looks like he'll try to get the kill on Burn Pup. Will end up getting it, but will give his life in return. Beifong coming in with the ulti. Oh, it gets tagged with the Fizz ult. Will end up tanking through this with his own grit. There goes the shield bow, so actually so hard to kill. Feels like they really need to Renekton to help them with high. So actually 4 kills for 2 in the end. Coming out for Arcane's Angel, so yeah, they're gonna be pretty happy with that. Still 3k, about 2k gold down now. They don't really get anything huge off of it. They can't secure the dragon yet. They can't get towers. But it does stall the game just a little bit more for them. Mega trying to steal the Gromp from Renekton, but that's probably never happening. He is going to have to start moving towards the dragon now. 2 TPs available for both top laners and for Arcane, so they do. Arcane does have TP advantage. That's why he's down the bot lane. But obviously it's beside dragon anyway, so it doesn't need TP into the fight. Oh, Management Potato TPing in behind Arcane, trying to go for the pincer here. Off with the deep ward. Yeah, and that should be fairly easy kill. And yeah, now they can just walk in and they should be able to secure this dragon. Now there is a control ward in the back of the pit there on that brush, so he does have vision of this if he wants to try and steal. It will be soul point if red side secured it, so maybe he's going to try to get his life first. Unfortunately, stolen away by secured by the misfortune, I should say. Beifong will end up getting a tower on top lane in trade, but not worse. In the grander scheme of things, does boss Brimhill's side here on 1.1 dragon off the Ocean Soul, which is just really nice. Oh, that's it. Force out the flash really nicely. And yeah, there's just no letting that 2v2 there. Oh, and they're getting punished as well. So Vanish Container actually gets punished there by the Malphite TP ulti play. And they secure mid lane. So yeah, again, overall the play is still going in favor of Arcane's Angels. They managed to break them in mid turret, gives them more control over the map. Was that a shutdown? Yes, Arcane did pick up a shutdown off the Renekton, which is pretty nice for them. Is about 2,000 gold, well, 1.5 over the Fizz, so is ahead in this matchup. He still has room to do work in this game. Likewise, High is a little bit ahead of the Lilia, so there is definitely damage available to blue side here in these fights. The big difference being that yeah, especially for the Cassiopeia, she really wants to have like the front to back team fighting available to her, but the way Burn Pup's comp works here is that they can just easily split the map with Renekton and the Fizz, even though the Fizz isn't necessarily as strong, but they can 1-3-1 or they can 4-1. So it doesn't necessarily give the fight that Cassiopeia is going to be looking for. And there's just so much peel from just Nami alone that will kind of should keep red side safe if they Mega Rifter tries to engage here. Okay, so Yarmada did end up opting into the Gale Force Mermana build and is getting lethality as well. So it looks like he's going for the Collector next. So I haven't seen this build yet. Looks like it's kind of like a weird hybrid. Crit Fatality. They do end up getting punished in mid lane. Oh, and Arcane goes down Death Flare as well. Okay. And he ends up getting the Ash as well. Okay. So it ends up being 3 for 4. No TP from Renekton means he can't come in and punish help out his team. Will likely is gonna maybe try to secure this tower and trade for the mid lane tower. Both teams still roughly in the same deficit they were before. No big objectives picked off the back of that apart from towers. Mashed Potato ultimately doesn't get his. Oh, Beihong almost face check that. Okay, so Dragon the next 45 seconds. This is Ocean Soul for Burn Pup's team. We'll obviously love to secure this. Do have control over the pit, have a control ward inside of it and in the back brush. Gives them complete control here. Can't no ward can be snuck into there now. Ulti available for the Malphite, so they do have engage options here along with the Malphite. Or with the Nautilus even, but again just kind of the gold and the setup here kind of favours red side. See what ends up happening. Will Nautilus blind hook into the bush? No, looks like he's too scared to. So they're trying to play this very cautiously, clear out any vision creep in. Nasa just give away herself down the bottom, shouldn't matter. God, I'm thinking so they know they're not pushing now actually. So blue side won't check into this. So Arcane just gets to push mid for free. Gets prio there. Oh, they are forcing the fight here on the Malphite. Oh, big Nami ult. Oh, big final. Oh, almost. But High just being able to tank a lot of damage, but ultimately they're just kind of getting chased on here by superior numbers. Arcane cannot join this fight. He ends up getting killed by the Collector. High just trying to face tank this as much as possible. Can 1v4 this, but unfortunately will not in the end. And yeah, it ends up being a clean ace actually for Burn Pup's team. And they do secure the soul in the end. So yeah, once again, unfortunately, Arcane's team just not really able to find the fights that they want around these objectives. They should be able to melt this farm pretty quickly. They shouldn't, don't think they'd be worried about blue side looking at the chest here. So once again, they'll have Soul and Baron in one go. They have TP available on the Renekton. No TP on Fizz, but should be able in the next 50 seconds, I'd say. TV's available for Beifong and Arcane, so they should be looking to just try and push out side lanes right now. But they can't obviously extend over too far, or else it doesn't get punished. But they need to just try to delay out this Baron as much as possible. Meanwhile, it's pretty easy for red side to just start. Again, Vladimir player is still really unmatched by anyone on the enemy team in a 1v1. Oh, Arcane is looking for it though. Trying to surprise him from the brush. See if he ends up going for it. Does which a lot of minions are dead though. So that player does stay away from the ulti, does not get CC'd, will end up turning here, and yeah, just yeah. If Arcane could have landed the ulti, maybe, but I don't think that's a matchup he wins at this point. So then Potato's just too far ahead. But I don't think it's the wrong play ultimately. I think he's just trying to make the play that keeps the team in the game, but they're just too far behind. Nice looking around this lockdown Misfortune. Does end up getting a kill. Oh, and the Fizz gets punished as well, so actually... Oh, Lilia doing a lot of damage. Will probably go down here to Ash. Okay, so 4 out of 5 Barons are dead. Vanishing Potato will get the inhib turret for there in the bot lane though. Who cares about them recalling? Just let's have a look here. He is going to get chased down by Arcane and a high. Should be enough slows in the kits. Oh, he's trying to turn it. Oh, will absolutely destroy Arcane. Oh no. Oh, there's... Even through all the grievous wounds, he's still able to have kills with Conquer, but ultimately does go down to high in the end. So, all Barons are down. They did manage to get the bot in Hib Tower, but not the most effective Baron in the world. Does give Arcane's Angels just a bit more breathing room to somehow try to find a foothold in this game, but it's looking very, very dicey. Also, I'm not sure how... I'll have to look back in the drafts, but I don't know how Potato got Renekton 2 games in a row after showing what he can do in it. I suppose it's a difficult enough situation for him. Okay. So Ash goes down, Fizz goes down. Red side are getting really punished for their overaggression here. Oh, do end up trading. Oh, Arcane, nice ulti on the Renekton. Oh, Ash is going nuts, but does end up getting melted down by the Lilia damage and the AMF in the end. So, yeah, 1 for 5. You take those. They should end up opening the base here. Will get up at least, should get both Hibs in mid and bot lane. Don't know if they can end quite yet. Their Graves is up pretty soon. Arcane and bot lane are up in the next 20 seconds. It looks like they might just go straight for the end though. We'll see if High can look to stall. He can just clear out the minion wave. Adam or Vanish Potato is trying to tank the turrets a bit. We TP in from Fizz, so they are 5-man, but they don't. They are missing some crucial ults. So ultimately, TP was kind of wasted. Oh, Arcane's trying to TP flank, maybe to try to punish some of these picks. Try to get himself maybe in a good position for the Elder Dragon. Oh, does go for the Nami instead of the Lily in the end. Oh, gets both with the ulti. Oh, Arcane. Okay. Ultimately only gets 1 kill though. Jungler's still alive. And yeah, and the Ash Arrow whiffs. That is unfortunate. So, what does this mean? Red side are... Oh! Adam's gone deep for the flank. Nice Misfortune ults, getting all of the full channel off. Gets multiple people. Absolutely fucking shreds them. And Vanish Potato cleans up at the end. So, yeah. Nice play overall from Burn Dog's team. Even though they were 45, managed to force exactly where they needed to. Got a nice Misfortune ult off. Should end up looking to finish up this game. Arcane trying to stall, but will just die here. And they should finish through mid lane. So yeah, 2 relatively clean games coming out from oh, hello. Okay, so it looks like the spectator client decided to finish the game here, but I think we can deduce from the game state that Burn Pub's team does in fact actually end the game. So yeah, 2-0 to the what was their team name again? I apologize. Perri Pipers? I believe that's it. So yeah, strong start for them in the tournament. We'll see how they end up going on from here. Anyway, thanks for joining the stream, guys. I shall talk to you guys in a bit. See, Bernie is a mid diff. I'm not sure. Let's see, what kind of stats did they work with here? Here's one I'm interested in. Vision score. Who didn't buy a control ward? Ryan. Can't be doing that now. Come on. Oh, 69 vision score. Nice. You love to see it. But yeah, alright. Good games, lads. I'll talk to you in a bit.